Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. Happiness is man's greatest aim in life. Tranquility and rationality are the cornerstones of happiness. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance. It is folly for a man to pray to the gods for that which he has the power to obtain by himself. Don't fear the gods, don't worry about death. What is good is easy to get, and what is terrible is easy to endure. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. Is God willing to prevent evil but not able? Then he is not omnipotent. Is he able but not willing? Then he is malevolent. Is he both able and willing? Then whence cometh evil? Is he neither able nor willing? Then why call him God? If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all humankind would quickly perish, since they constantly pray for many evils to befall one another. Death is nothing to us. When we exist, death is not. And when death exists, we are not. All sensation and consciousness ends with death, and therefore in death there is neither pleasure nor pain. The fear of death arises from the belief that in death there is awareness. I was not, I was, I am not, I care not. We must therefore pursue the things that make for happiness, seeing that when happiness is present, we have everything, but when it is absent, we do everything to possess it. I have never wished to cater to the crowd, for what I know they do not approve, and what they approve I do not know. He who says either that the time for philosophy has not yet come, or that it has passed, is like someone who says that the time for happiness has not yet come, or that it has passed. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us as the confident knowledge that they will help us. The noble man is chiefly concerned with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the former is a mortal good, the latter an immortal one. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears. Its course lies wholly toward the future. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist. Nothing is sufficient for the person who finds sufficiency too little. He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. Empty is the argument of the philosopher which does not relieve any human suffering. You don't develop courage by being happy in your relationships every day. You develop it by surviving difficult times and challenging adversity. The time when you should most of all withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd. Contented poverty is an honorable estate. We should look for someone to eat and drink with before looking for something to eat and drink. So death, the most terrifying of ills, is nothing to us, since so long as we exist, death is not with us. But when death comes, then we do not exist. It does not then concern either the living or the dead, since for the former it is not, and the latter are no more. The wise man who has become accustomed to necessities knows better how to share with others than how to take from them. So great a treasure of self-sufficiency has he found. I was not, I have been, I am not, I do not mind. If thou wilt make a man happy, add not unto his riches, but take away from his desires. If a little is not enough for you, nothing is. Misfortune seldom intrudes upon the wise man. His greatest and highest interests are directed by reason throughout the course of life. Of all the things which wisdom acquires to produce the blessedness of the complete life, for the greatest is the possession of friendship. Let no one delay the study of philosophy while young, nor weary of it when old. Vain is the word of that philosopher which does not heal any suffering of man. Death is nothing to us, since when we are, death has not come, and when death has come, we are not. I never desired to please the rabble. What pleased them I did not learn, and what I knew was far removed from their understanding. The most important consequence of self-sufficiency is freedom. If you wish to make Epicurus rich, do not add to his store of money, but subtract from his desires. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. All friendship is desirable in itself, though it starts from the need of help. It is not the pretended but the real pursuit of philosophy that is needed, for we do not need the appearance of good health, but to enjoy it in truth. To eat and drink without a friend is to devour like the lion and the wolf. The purpose of all knowledge, metaphysical as well as scientific, is to achieve what Epicurus called ataraxia, freedom from irrational fears and anxieties of all sorts. In brief, peace of mind. He who least needs tomorrow will most gladly greet tomorrow. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all men would quickly have perished, for they are forever praying for evil against one another. With the Epicureans, it was never science for the sake of science, but always science for the sake of human happiness. If a person fights the clear evidence of his senses, he will never be able to share in genuine tranquility. Men inflict injuries from hatred, jealousy, or contempt, but the wise man masters all these passions by means of reason. Edo. We need to set our affections on one good man and keep him constantly before our eyes so that we may live as if he were watching us and do everything as if he saw what we were doing. Therefore, foolish is the man who says that he fears death, not because it will cause pain when it arrives, but because anticipation of it is painful. If you shape your life according to nature, you will never be poor. If according to people's opinions, you will never be rich. Against other things, it is possible to obtain security. But when it comes to death, we human beings all live in an unwalled city. When you die, your mind will be gone even faster than your body. Death is nothing to us, because a body that has been dispersed into elements experiences no sensations, and the absence of sensation is nothing to us. We must free ourselves from the prison of everyday affairs and politics